Good news, and bad news. Good news, and some bad news. Not too bad of news. The bad news is I never fished here. Actually, I fished all through here for bass. I just don't know the contour in this spot. The good news is my van's about 10 feet away, literally. And also, there's 30-pound carp in here, so I'll take it. Sorry about I showed up to my first, oh my god, it doesn't matter. You guys don't give a shit. Pardon my French. This looks like a good spot, though. We got a lot of lily pads all over the place, and this is a brook that runs with a heavy current, usually between two big bodies of water, so there's a channel in the middle. So I mean, I understand the basics here, you know what I mean? I'm just not, I don't know the actual depth. Get this stuff out so I don't have to mess around with my, I forgot to take some of this carp stuff out. I needed to anyway. To not mess with my backpack too much. Let me get set up over here. Some pliers. Got a new scale. My carp mat is a lot shorter at the moment. I think I might have more of that in the car, but I had a little incident. Ripped. iPhone is starting. I'll check. Hopefully the sound's not too harsh. I forgot. You guys are gonna have to tell me if I turned it up too loud. Come on, baby. We could do it. We look good. Connected. Alright, bear with me. I gotta try to get the chat up. Giving me problems over here. Interesting. Yo, what's going on, people? Reno, what's going on, buddy? Ron Block Bassin, what's going on, dude? Just thank you for subbing, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I scouted a bunch of spots before I landed on this bad boy. It looks good, though, because you got lily pads here. This is very shallow right here. Actually, how about I go where you can actually see me? Oh, that might help. That might help a little bit. But we got lily pads right here, and then we got another patch of lily pads. That's all real shallow. Wherever there's lily pads in this brook, it's really shallow because I kayak here a lot. Then on that side, it's reeds on the other side of the lily pads, but a huge lily pad field, and a giant bass just smacked out of the water over there and blew up on a frog probably. And then, yo, Wary Boy, what's going on? So yeah, and then there's a channel that runs between all the lily pads, essentially. So I mean, there's 30-pound mirror carp in here. There's 30-pound mirror carp. Let me get set up over here. Let me get some rods in the water. I made some fresh pack bait this morning. It's oats sweet feed. Oh, it's sticky. It's actually oats sweet feed, northern white beans, creamed corn, and chili powder. The oats, what they do is work as something to bind them together, and the sweet feed, which is a horse feed, actually is the separator. And what I mean by that is when it hits the water, the binder keeps it together, but when it hits there, as the sweet feed soaks in the water, it breaks it all apart, so it lays it down like a nice little chum pile in your, if that makes sense. I got the Cast King scale just for cost at the moment. But I gotta get one of those Bubba scales or what. I need an official scale. What's up, Salika? What's going on, people? Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm rushing to actually get some rods in the water. I'm excited. It's taking long enough. I went up and down the main lake. Everywhere I wanted to fish, there were kids with little, I mean, they're having fun, but they're like the little remote control boats and stuff. I'm like, damn. And I'm not fishing at like a boat launch, right, when there's nowhere to fish to the side of it, which was actually the initial plan. Yo, is the sound too harsh, you guys? Or is it good? Grumpy Bass, what's going on? Good morning, man. What fish is today? I'm going for carp. Just carp. That's it. Actually, that's not true. I have my little finesse rod, and it's got like a tube or something on it right now. I might cast that one around a little bit first for some bass in the lily pads. But the other two are going to go out there. At some point, I'll actually get a rod in the water today. Let me fill up my bucket so I can wash my hands with the wash my hands off with that pack bait. It looks extra sticky today. Sometimes I'll add honey to it, and that's the consistency I'll usually get. Rod's unstrapped. These Amazon straps, the red lure, you get like 8 of them for a good price. They are pretty solid. Very solid. Gotta say, not all Amazon products are good, but some damn good. Some are real good. I always lose these, so I gotta make sure I put them somewhere where we're good. We are good. Where am I right now? Let me get the bass set up out of the way. Usually I've got the 7-foot Tatula with the Tatula reel, or the Abu Garcia reel, but I took a spill filming a video yesterday, like a little how to flip and pitch in heavy cover video that I'm working on. And SCTT, what's going on? Nice to meet you too, man. North Korean, that's awesome, dude. Nice to see you in here. That's actually really cool. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, I took a spill and I finally had 2 spinning rods. I took a spill and I bent the bail on the other one. I bent it back, but now I can't, something's up with it. It's done. It's done. It is what it is. I got my fake corn. I've got my corn boilies over here, my staple. Aaron, what's going on? Thanks for joining, man, from Michigan. Doing well. How are you, man? Got my corn boilies. I'll adjust camera angles and all that crap. These are my Amazon lazy rigs, but those ones aren't shortened down. I like to modify those Amazon rigs a little bit, so make sure I got everything out of there. Good. Both are set up with cage bolt rigs, so that's good. We're set up already. Rigs are good. Just got to get baited up. I'm sure these boilies are fine, but I'm going to replace them anyway. There's no reason not to. Wait, let me see. Doing pretty good, man. Before they say boarding until 30 minutes before I had to leave. Ah, that sucks, man. That's how it always goes for me too, because I get tired. That's in my case. I get so tired, I always give up, and then everybody calls me and says, "Oh, I got a 40-pounder." But at least you know where they are, right? SCTT. I bass fish a lot, and today I'm actually carp fishing. There's some 30-pound plus carp in this body of water, and some have been caught recently, and there's not a small amount either. It's a pretty good amount. So come on, baby. I can't get, that's the problem when you leave these boilies on. Can't get them off once they're on, at least in my experience. I might have ruined something on that too. The hair rig looks a lot longer right now than it did a second ago. Crack it off. That's the smart move. I never claimed to be a thinking man. Bass fishing I do a lot of though. So if you want to like see some bass fishing, at least once to twice a week I'm bass fishing. And then at least once a week, at least. And I'd like to increase it too, because it's fun when you get a monster on the line. I'm carp fishing, and usually when I'm carp fishing, I'm also catfishing, because the catfish will bite the same bait. So not so much the flatheads; they're not going to bite a boilie most likely, but like a channel cat. A flathead probably wants a nice fat bluegill. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the right thing here, even though I just want to cast it out there so bad. I gotta do the right thing and change it out, because it's just, I can tell it's no good. I did something when I pulled on that boilie. What happens when you rush. I'll adjust the camera. Next time I rebait and everything, I'll get it close to there so everybody can see, and I'll explain what I'm doing. But it's just it'd be nice to get a rod in or a line in the water, you know what I mean? Be real nice. The breeze is blowing right at us too, like a gentle. It's a nice place, a nice spot. I like it. I like it a lot. I've seen people fishing here when I've been in my kayak before, so I had an idea that this spot might be here. I just didn't know if it'd be covered in bushes and whatnot this time of the year, because I saw people on this spot. The craziest thing that I just thought of is I was ice fishing a couple months ago right here, like this whole area. We walked all the way to where, this whole stretch we were ice fishing several times. It's pretty cool. So yeah, if I have it, hopefully I have a swivel. I got the big ones, but that's alright. It'll work. What I like to do is shorten these hair rigs up a little bit, because that thing, they're just too long from Amazon. Whoever sells them, I forget the company, but they come too long, and they end up getting tangled up in your cage feeder if you're using one. How's the sound, you guys? Too loud, too quiet? If you don't mind my asking. Appreciate you guys joining, by the way. I hate the knot I'm doing right now. I should... Hey, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Do a Palomar knot. It's not that I hate a uni knot, but on this, whatever kind of line they use, I forget what they call this stuff. It's like a specific carp lead line. But it's like a braid, but that uni knot did not hold up on me last time, and I lost a good one. This is such a tight... It's very difficult Palomar knot to pull off here with these big fingers of mine. Got some giant ass digits. Ow! We'll get there. I've done a lot of these before. It's always a struggle. That never changes for me. Come on, baby. Go through. Swivel, go through. Work with me. There we go. Hook, get out of my finger. Straighten everything out here. I'm gonna hope, let's see how this ends up. I'll know the second I pull it. It's gonna be a short one, I think. Oh, crap. This is real life fishing, you guys. It's the struggle. But it's good. Like, if you get these Amazon hair rigs, I really think it's important to do this. They make them too long. Maybe there's certain times where you want them that long. I don't know. I'm gonna bend the damn hook out doing that. I think I screwed that one up. Yeah. I had some pre-tied rigs that I made already, but I can't find the damn things. I'm gonna do one more, and if I can't get this one, then I'll figure something else out. I'm gonna probably do a crazy uni knot. I just don't have the I love a Palomar knot. I use it all the time, but when it's that tight, I'm not good. I can't do it. Oh no. Bluegill. A lot of bluegill around. Sign of life. These carp hooks are no joke. I can pull it off. I could do the Palomar. I always do a Palomar. I can do it. I'm just gonna do it. I think the difference is I usually do it with a smaller swivel. It's a little more swivel to get through there. And I would use that swivel, but they put that shrink wrap over it so tight I can't get it off. And I don't have anything to burn it off, so. We're halfway there. Don't know what the hell I just did. I don't know what I just did, but it didn't work. I think it did. I gotta just start tying my own damn hair rigs, that's the issue. I think we're good. Oh yeah, that I can't use that one. It's so stripped. Okay. Sorry guys, bear with me. My van's 10 feet away, so let me just check. Sometimes I have some rigs just hanging in the back of the van. And if I don't, not just one, but two. And thank you, PA Outdoors. Pond Raider, what's going on, Backwoods? I know who you are. Could I have him on since my channel got banned? Yeah, dude. Sorry. I didn't know that's what happened. Judo, what's going on? Hooked Outdoors, what's going on? PA Outdoors couple, it's good to see you, and thank you so much. Maybe I'll get them in the water at some point. All right, let's just get them untangled. Okay, there we go. So, thank God I had two pre-rigged from like another fishing session, so we're good. Just not gonna make the same mistake twice. This is dried up field corn. Maize, I guess you call it, right? Come on. Trying to preserve the integrity of the line here. There we go. To not stop fishing, dude. I don't know, man, but what I do think is you should stick with one after whatever you choose, and that's it. Because if you don't, you're gonna keep having to teach the algorithms. You know what I mean? That would be my only advice, which is some pretty noob advice to give. So don't take it with a grain of salt. I don't know for sure though. That would be my first initial. That is my first initial thought. I love this spot. It's so nice. It's convenient. I'm glad sometimes things work out the right way because this is a cool spot. Here I'll do a uni knot because I just have such a hard time getting, but like it's normal line, so it's 40-pound braid. Palomar is better with braid, I think, but I won't have an issue if I do a ton of wraps. So this is going to be a 2-ounce weight, a cage feeder so I can put the pack bait around it, and then we're attached to that little hair rig leader. I think it's a number 4 hook. I got size 4s is what I've been using lately. They work well. And for bait, I'm using corn boilies, and I'm going to use boiled field corn. The fake corn I use too, but sometimes with braid that might be too many damn wraps. Sorry guys, I'm not thinking today, but we'll get there. It's a good side to be on with the shade and the sun. Oh, come on. I got it, there we go. That looks good. I'm just gonna leave a nice little tag on there. There's no reason not to. There's no, checking the sound over there. There's no reason not to. So with the bolt rig, if you guys don't know, what I do is I peg it. I peg the weights with bobber stops so they can move up. But like what happens is with the heavier weight, they inhale the bait and they spit it out. And when they spit it out, it catches in their lip and it gives them a little jolt. So they bolt off, and that's why it's called a bolt rig. And when they bolt off, it sets the hook. So a lot of times, what happens when you get a bite? They take off. You know you have one when you have one. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Corn on this one. The other one, the big one, is the one that we're going to toss further, and I want to put the boilies on there with a PVA bag, a PVA mesh bag, I should say. Still have the hot dog in here from last time. I mean, it's been in my fridge, so but there's still a hot dog in with the corn. It's probably not a bad thing for carp. So I'm going to take this boiled field corn and put it on this bad boy. I forget what you call it. A threading needle. It comes with those Amazon kits. Every time you order one, they send you new stuff. So that's a good benefit of those things too. But I think tying is your best bet, because they're really not hard to tie. They're actually pretty easy to tie. Four pieces of boiled field corn. Put that hook on the end of the baiting needle through there. You thread your corn on. You move the little stopper up so I can fit these corns on. There we go. I guess I'm not putting a fake corn on this one because I can't fit it, but that's alright. I don't think it's necessary. Where did I put that little? Oh, I see it. There it is. This is a bait stop. You put it through the loop on the end. And then you pull your bait tight against it. Ooh. The stupid rubber thing came off. I'm not even gonna mess around with it right now. Let me see. Yeah, nah, the name's cool, dude. If I would go with what name you like. I gotcha. Just let me know when you do. Alright, this is nice and sticky. I think we're close to finally getting something out in the water, people. These northern white beans, I like them in here. Maybe it adds a little something, some protein. Definitely adds some protein. Organic protein. So I'm just squishing the pack bait. I'm squishing the pack bait around. We're going to use that again in a sec, so I'm keeping it open. Giving my hands a good rinse over here. The pack bait gets so nasty on your fingers. This is corn I'm throwing out there, you guys. Nothing. It's those little dried up pieces. Alright, so let me think here. I'm actually going to toss one. You'll see. To the left at a 45, I would say, kind of between the two. Between the two of these pads. I don't even know what it's like down there. It could be wood. Could be anything, really. This one's set up already. That worries me. They keep coming out so easily if you get a 30-pound carp on there. Hopefully they don't go flying out. Oh, there's tons of little... They're not spawning, but there's tons of bluegill beds right in front of us. Tons of them. It's like a whole field of bluegill beds. Looks like a honeycomb patch. Okay. I'm making sure I'm having one of those days. I'm double checking everything. It's not twisted around the rod. Okay, let's see. Bail's open. All right. I actually like to tighten the drag because if it slips somehow and cuts my finger, I don't want that happening. So let's go. It feels good. Wherever it landed, it doesn't feel too shallow. It doesn't feel... It feels like it's a couple feet deep, maybe 3 feet. And it feels like a silty, gravelly, kind of mixed up bottom. So, it seems good to me. Now I'm listening to this reel like something's going on. What the hell's going on in my life? All my spinning reels are going down. I'm interested to see if we can pull a big one out. Let's see. I will be doing some bass fishing also. Just right here. Like, with like probably really finessey lures, because I just have some finesse stuff with me. Right here, probably in the lily pads. Or at least just like right in front of us. But yeah, I'm only going to throw 2 carp setups out today because it's enough, honestly. If I hooked up with a 30-pound carp, I would be devastated. How you doing, man?
How's it going? Any luck?
I'm trying to get a carp actually for a few hours here. But no luck, I haven't even started. So I just got this one in the water. Why? What about you? Anything? Or
Yeah, I was out in a kayak earlier.
bass fishing? I usually bass fish through here. And like this time of the year, like I'm actually getting my kayak back for my dad been working on some electric stuff in it for me. Like he loves that stuff. So I'm going to drive there this week and get it. And I'm looking at this, like I got to get out here.
Oh yeah, there's some nice pike in here.
Oh, I caught one time, and it was the small boat launch went under the bridge, and you know where it wraps around that first big beaver dam, that beaver dam. I threw a swim jig, and I just worked, and all of a sudden, I was like, oh, I was not trying.
Buddy got one and was like this.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's so. Oh, you as well. You as well. Okie dokie. Cool. Thank you for watching, guys. Trying to get a 30-pounder here. Some guy caught like 2 of them near here. He didn't announce the location, but I mean, I think I know it well enough to no, it was not here. I'm not saying he was here, but I know he was pretty close to probably this area. So I also know there's carp in here because from bass fishing and it's so shallow, you just see them. My PB carp. Well, now I've got a scale, so but like my buddy's scale, it was a Berkeley scale, weighted in. It was like 19 something, but then with the net was like I think it was around 18 pounds after we deducted the net from the equation, I believe. I'd like to get 20-pounder. That's what I'd like to get. But wouldn't we all? A 30 would be nice. But I couldn't believe the size that this one guy caught out of here a couple weeks ago. And then the next day, the same thing, actually. So, yo, dude, Pond Raider, how's my sound today, if you don't mind my asking? Is it too loud, too soft, or anything? Because I made some adjustments. Help a brother out, man. I believe I'm watching my I'm gonna be maybe even louder. That's crazy. Dang. I'll try it. I actually thought that, but I just thought where I was like I don't know. I'm not getting peaks or anything, so when I look at it. Thank you very much, though, for letting me know. So this is just going to be boilies. That's it. 2 boilies. And I'm going to put a mesh bag together real quick. If you don't know what a mesh bag is, it dissolves really quickly in the water. So since I'm using the corn boilies, what I'm going to do is make a little bag full of these old crumbled ups. You don't want to put water in here. Pierre, what's going on, man? Thank you for coming in. I'm trying to get a big carp today. Okay, so this is a PVA mesh. These are just some old used, crumbled up, some not. And I'm just gonna tie a knot. Let's create a bag out of it. Sorry you guys can't see. After this I'll adjust it. I was just in such a rush to get finally going. I'm actually making videos helping video, how to, I guess you call it how to videos now. I've been working on one for several days on how to work a Texas rig at a heavy cover without getting snagged up. So, what you end up with, let me get close, is a bag full of the boilies. And then I'm going to tie that. I'm actually going to clean that up a little bit at the top, but I'm going to I'm going to hook this. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the hook. And for those that don't know, this is a boilie. Looks like a little round ball, and this is a sweet corn one, and trust me, it smells like sweet corn. Smell it a mile away. Okay, so I like to put the pack bait on. No, I'm gonna put the pack bait on first. What you don't want is to touch that bag with wet hands because it dissolves really quick underwater, like within 40 seconds. And then it's gonna leave a little crumbly bag around my hook bait where the boilies are that I want them to get. So it kind of just adds a little chum pile near your actual hook bait. Tricky. Crap. I always hook the bag when I'm doing it. Some people, before I put that on, so some people, I leave it out like this, and what I do is I leave it out opposed to what some people do, which is they'll take their hook and they'll put it in the pack bait because they'll say like it lands this way and that'll be on top. But I leave it out, and then what I do is when I cast it, right before it hits the water, I try to remember to stop it right then, which, if it's pegged up the way it should be, stops it all, and then this kind of flies forward, if that makes sense. And then here, I guess, because the current is going that way, correct? Yeah, that way. Wait. I can't even remember, and I can't see it right now. Damn good is the other way. I don't freaking know. In my head, I thought it was going to the left, so I was going to aim it. The point is, I guess, if you have a current or something, it's kind of, or even a wind like at your back, sometimes it's not a bad thing with these rigs because it's going to keep your bait in front instead of getting tangled up, if that makes sense. So, let's get this second one out there, but I gotta let my hands dry off before I can touch that. And then I'm gonna step it up and put some oil-based, not water-based, on this one, scent on the it's got amino acids and stuff in it too, but not water-based, or else it would melt that bag. But I'm gonna put that on the bag also, just as a little added attractant. Dude, you don't have to apologize, man. You don't have to. I tell you this every time. No worries if you want to apologize. I guess I shouldn't tell you what to do, man. But I'm trying to tell you, you don't have to apologize. It's always nice to see you. But if you couldn't show up for 2, 3 months, a year, when you did, I'd say, hey, man, it's nice to see you. Joey Hartwell, what's going on, man? Are you at the DNR canal? No, I'm not, and I'm sorry for missing that before. Sometimes in my old age, I have a hard time seeing. At my old age of 40. I'm not today. I'm actually somewhere else. And I'm be happy to share with you. Just not on here. Private message me on like either Instagram or somewhere else, because I'm not supposed to, I don't know, because I'm not going to on here. But so there we go. So what I got here is a PVA mesh bag with those boilies in it attached to my hook. I got the 2 boilies hanging from my string, or the hair rather. I got my pack bait, and then I'm going to find some kind of a stick so I can apply the scent, since it no longer squirts out. I found a stick. Found a stick. Get a nice little clumping on there. Carp have a really good sense of smell. And this is like a nice mix of so many things. It's like I forget what scent this is, because it's not whatever this was. I couldn't even read the label if I tried. But I have a giant bottle, and it's like the ultimate bass one or whatever, that has like everything in it in one. That's what it is. Yo, 99 Ramada, what's going on, man? How are you? I'm good. I'm really good right now because finally getting there's little bluegill everywhere. I don't think, those aren't, they're not big enough to be spawning right there. They're just babies. Which probably means there's some big bass in the area ready to eat them. Some kayakers coming through. See, I can't cast too far out because I don't want to get in the way of like kayakers and whatnot. How are you? Not yet. I just started kind of, so hopefully. It's a nice day at least. Very nice day. From the DNR Hotel, you got 2 smallies, dude. That's a 2-pound smallie. It's a really good smallie. That's awesome. That's super cool, dude. Like, 2-pound smallie is a nice size for New Jersey. For like this area, dude. You know, it's cool that we have so much access to smallmouth bass. I'm just talking low for a second because they've gone past. They're fast. I thought they were like right behind me still. Yeah, dude. Anything, and like the cool thing about the canal is there's always a chance that you might get like a 3, 4, 5 pounder too. Like, you never know. And I'll take a 1, to be honest with you. Some days, I'll take a minnow. Okay. You know what? It's like, Give me a second. I'm waiting for the wind to pick up again so I can get an idea of where the channel might be. Because I'd rather cast a little closer to this side than have to... Nope, it's going out. The PBA bag touched the water. We're taking a chance. Not bad. I don't know. I can't tell. I think I might be like right on the drop of it, to be honest. Like the ledge. Like right on the edge of it though. I don't know if I'm like hanging off of it or not. Or it doesn't feel like I'm on wood. Let's just go with it for a little bit and we'll recast in like 30 minutes if nothing. With the current anyway, I'd like to do that a little more often. Okay, right there, the current. I see it now, the channel. I mean, what probably is, in my opinion, the shallow water is going to be like the calm stuff when the wind picks up. But I never read a book or anything. That's how I think about it. That's just what I think. Any bass, carp, channel cat. If I'm going after something like and I can get it, that's what I like. Like if I'm targeting a species and that's the species and I end up getting that species, I feel like it's a win for me. And I gotta set that drag or else I would have a big problem. This one's good. Okay, so now it's time to mess with the camera. I'd like to get closer. I might be able to zoom. Let's see. Probably just gonna do that. And they're nice. Everybody's usually nice when they're on the water. Everybody's happy when they're doing something in nature. I'm looking at that view. That looks pretty good. I like it. Now let me see if I want to turn my sound up just a bit. Not going too high or else I take... Oh, sorry guys, I gotta... Put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, that's good. Just let me get something out of my van real quick. Dude, me and my daughter were fishing at Mettler's Pond the other day, and it almost took her rod into the water, and that was my fault because I didn't set. No, because I was using this kind of rod holder, and I really didn't set the drag. Oh, you guys can't hear it because I was about to go take a break. I'm sorry, I'm a rookie, but anyway, I'm just saying, I made a rookie mistake, and her rod almost went flying in the water. I had to jump. Monster carp, what's going on, man? I'm trying to get a monster carp. Okay, so let me put this down for 1 sec, and then I'll be right back. I gotta grab something. and I'm looking at the sound as I do that. I'm trying to get my sound nice, you guys. I'm trying to learn about sound. I was trying to learn something. And right now, I'm trying to get a better understanding of like adjusting sound and all that crap. I don't need to be an expert. I just need to make a good video. A good fish catching video. No, thank you for the likes, you guys. 21 likes. I just saw that. That's awesome. Appreciate it, bye people. I'm not even tired, but it's just one of those yawns. Long morning kind of yawn. Oh, the heron's coming through. That's sometimes. Let's stop here. Stop here. I like when the herons hang out. Bangladesh, dude. That's awesome, man. Welcome. Welcome in, my friend. We got people all over the world here today. That's so cool. This is like my finesse bass kind of setup over here. I have all my stuff in the car, I guess. Actually, I could grab any rod I want. Because I got like 20, not 20, I got maybe like 8 in there. But you know what I want to throw? Something a little thing my friend Randy taught me about. Finesse the lizard. But I got a call. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel bad because I haven't called him in a while. But he taught me about the weightless lizard sometimes in these pads. You just toss it out there and just slow work it. And one day, me and him both went out, and he was using it, and I wasn't. And he started catching them like crazy. And I fought it for so long, and finally I asked him, like, yo, what's up, man? I mean, I already said hi, but I'm saying hi again. I asked him if I could have a lizard, and he gave me a pack, and then we smoked them all day. We got like 20 each. It was crazy. The cool thing is I could grab a little bluegill rig too, because there's some million little tiny bluegill. I'm sure there's some bigger ones too. We could do a can I catch 100 bluegill in 30 minutes kind of thing. Because I'm pretty sure I could right now. Pretty sure I could. So I'm going to give this rod right here a time limit at the moment. I'm going to actually give it 15 minutes and then I'm changing it. because if I don't see kayakers left and right, I'm gonna cast it out there and keep it low so the line's in the water, because I want it out in the channel on the other side. Kind of, I gotta diversify. I also kind of want to throw the bass rod around right now. The bass rig, I should say. I found one of these, whatchamacallits. Where is it? I just saw it. I want to give it a try. Ah, there. I found one of these. Little urchin. I mean, like, you know, it's the little one. I think they're called the tumbleweeds. But I feel like that on a drop shot would be like, I don't know. I just think it'd be really good. I don't think they'd see it coming. Thank you, young male wolf. This area is, I actually love this area because, I mean, I know there's monster carps. Oh, you know what? That was a carp. It just jumped out right there, you guys. That is freaking awesome news. There's carp in the area. All right, let me throw some bait over here in the margin. At least in the area of that one. It's a little spread out, but it'll work. Throw it around the one that has the corn on it. But that's really good news, you guys, because this is a nice area, man, and I love it because my van, I could, like, literally, I mean, it's right there. It's 10 feet away, maybe 15. Who's counting? I'm just happy because usually I'm like a freaking mile from the thing, and this stuff all weighs a lot, and it's just nice. But what's even nicer about this spot is, well, the scenery is beautiful. It's shady. I think at some point the sun will come over us, but that's all right. We'll adjust. And a carp just jumped out of the water, so yeah, if nothing, I screwed up on that boilie rig, huh? I really screwed up on that boilie rig because I should have waited. I'm too conscientious sometimes. Like, it wouldn't have mattered if I casted it out there. I just didn't want to get in those kayakers' way, I guess. Superfly, what's going on, man? Wish I was fishing there. I'm in Tennessee. Yeah, but that's awesome too, dude. I would actually say I wish I was fishing in Tennessee right now. So the grass is always greener, you know what I'm saying? Superfly, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining. The grass is always greener. There's I want to go, one thing I'm 100% doing, I don't know when, but before the end of the season, probably like in the fall, is I'm going to take a trip to Santee Cooper with my kayak and do like a 3 or 4 day trip on the Santee Cooper. Sometimes the heart on the chat gets in the way. I always say this, but it's true. I can never see. All I see is, I guess we all want I'm going to put something here. Just so I can see your comment, because the heart thing's in the way. Yeah, sometimes a change from the same old fishing spots, but this is actually a new spot to me. It's a spot I kayak and bass fish in, but I've never carp fished here. and it's just, I guess, you know what, it's nice, because there's really not room for more people to come in on you. I guess there always is, you know. Somebody always could do it, but it's cool because I'm really getting a look at how the creek channel wraps around those lily pads over there. Alright, that's good to know. They're deeper, they're out in the middle by the channel. But it's nice. It's just a peaceful, serene place to fish compared to most of the places, which are also great places to fish, but this is like the big lake kind of thing, you know? And honestly, about, I don't know, half a mile that way is where I start, is on the big lake. It's a really big lake. Ooh. I gotta recast that thing. I don't care if I'm wasting boilies. I mean the boilies in the PVA bag that I sent out. See if I get a visual on some. To the right, you could kind of get a. When you feel something, sometimes you should just do it, right? I have that gut feeling is the thing. The carp was on that side. The one thing is I can't cast it too far that way, or it's too easy for it to wrap around the giant log that's literally in the middle of the channel. I want to be careful of that. It's nasty. Whatever I'm pulling off the hook at the moment is disgusting. It's like, I think it's a freshwater, one of those freshwater sponge looking things. Probably is a sponge. What's going on, Coleman? It's not the Raritan, dude. If you want to know, just message me on like Instagram or something like that, TikTok. Take your pick. But I ain't giving it out in public. Sorry. I keep doing that and screwing myself. I'll stream here a few times and then I'll do it. Just message me, my friend. Just message me. I'll just tell you this also. I just randomly picked this spot because I saw it when I was ice fishing. What am I talking about? My brain is fried, and I'm not even kidding. I don't sleep enough. I wasn't ice fishing here. I was ice fishing at a different place down the street. I'm an idiot. I'm just tired. Same handle. It's always the same. It's at peg leg. It's also in the description of the live. No one looks at that ever, but it's also down there too. It's like on Instagram and TikTok. It's at Peg Lake Fishing. Same logo, I believe, everything. And I am checking my messages later today because it's been a couple days since I did. I'm horrible with that stuff. I fish a lot, and then I'm working, and then I fall asleep. And I think I'm watching my my daughter's moms and my daughter's dogs again tonight and tomorrow, I believe. Which is kind of cool because I'm going to be in Hunterdon County, which is a whole nother area, and we'll find somewhere to fish now. From the former USSR, dude, that's awesome. But are you out in New Jersey now? Is that where you're formerly from there, obviously, but you're out in New Jersey now. You're not still out in like Eastern Europe or something. Let me double check. It's good. It's 20 pound of Braze X. I'm doing the boilie bag one more time, but I'm running low on boilies, so I gotta be very conscious of my boilie supply. Okay, I mean, I didn't think so, but I'm just asking. Because I was gonna be like, how do you know the Raritan? Okay, since 94, cool. John Picard, what's going on, man? So I guess now that I'm out of crumbled up ones, I'm gonna crumble a couple up. I get these boilies from World Classic Baits on Amazon. They're pretty good. I think you could go to World Classic Baits website too. I'm gonna just start making my own, and then if people want to buy those, they can buy those also, because I'm gonna be making tons of them. Okay, but you know the Raritan River? Because the Raritan River is a great place to fish, especially for smallmouth. Other stuff too, like a lot of stuff actually, carp even, walleye, stripers when they're in there. So I'm just gonna crumble some of these up. A little moister than they used to be. They're not wet, they just obviously took on some moisture being in that bag without a thing. The silica gel stuff. Which is me, I took it out for some stupid reason. I'll save those for another time. Whoa. So there was a carp showed itself, jumped out of the water right over there. And I really would like to get a mirror carp so bad. Oh my gosh, I'd be like ecstatic to see a mirror carp on the end of my line. Ugh, that's the most crappy tie job I've ever done. Where'd my scissors go? Great. Let it just fall right on top of some water. It's PVA mesh. Oh, everything I get's off Amazon, just to let you guys know. Everything I get. To be honest with you, I'm gonna just say something. I'm changing my mind. I'm on the Lawrence Brook is where I'm at. I thought about it for a little bit, and to be honest with you, I don't care. It's the Lawrence Brook. It's not some private body of water. And honestly, I am gonna fish here for carp. If the spot's taken, it's taken because there's other spots to fish, so who cares? And second of all, I intend to do a lot of carp fishing here on a kayak, which should be kind of cool. And then I can find banks on that side too, and all kinds of stuff to fish on. But yeah, I changed my mind. I don't want to be one of those people. I mean, there's times and places though, you know? If you tell somebody that shows you a spot that you can't. There's that kind of thing, but I don't care. I don't care. It's the Lawrence Brook between Farrington Lake and Davidson Mill Pond. And Davidson Mill Pond, that's where I was, this is the worst PVA mesh job I ever did. And I was trying to open the tape. Oh, it opened. The knot opened. Thank you. I get a second chance. I was trying to open the tape and just make a knot with the tape. But yeah. Let me see what's going on in here. Not originally used to my home. I live in Old Bridge. Old Bridge is very close, dude. I like go very close to Old Bridge a lot. I came back just 2 years ago, so I don't know all the spots, but I try to hit it. This is a great spot, man. The whole Lawrence Brook, but also Farrington Lake. And if you have a kayak, it's amazing, man. It's so amazing. The whole lake is great. That's why there's so many bass fishing tournaments on this lake. I say this lake because Farrington Lake's not far off from here. Maybe a mile, half a mile, I don't know, something like that. But it's the lower end of it, or the upper end of it, I guess you'd say. Well, or upper, I don't know. I don't freaking know. I've only been to the small boat launch area, and then I usually come up here and I do a lot of bass fishing in the pads and the laydowns. Last Manager, Spruce Run. I've never been to Spruce Run, and that was my intention to go to this or past Monday, or I forget. I was gonna do it, but then it rains or whatever. You did? Okay. Yeah, I figured. I don't feel like it's about protecting fish spots for me. I feel it's more about safety, not telling people are weird. Actually, dude, Reno, that's not a bad but yeah, let's just put it this way. I can protect myself. So we'll see what happens. But I do agree actually with that. That's a very good point to make, and one that I will be keeping in mind from now on. But I'm gonna go right out as far as I can. I don't see any kayakers anywhere near, so let's everything's good. It's loose up there. It's the final rig. It's so hard casting all that weight on something that's not meant to cast all that weight. I think I'm in a perfect spot though. I do. To be honest, now that I'm thinking about it with the current, I don't know if those buoy leaves even, how long they even stay in that area. Who knows? Fishing with Lily, absolutely. Oh, welcome, Lily. I see your stuff, by the way, Lily. Just keep that up. You're very consistent. Keep that up. Keep that up. A ladybug pattern. Talking fly fishing. My friend who I kayak with a lot, he bass fishes with a fly rod. And his thing is he'll come in the pads with a little popper, and he like, I don't know how he does it, but he like pop, pop, pop. It's like that big, and he smashes them, like big ones. Let me grab grab one of my rods out of the van. My finesse rod. I keep doing that. I keep kicking my rod. I got my finesse rod. I'm gonna try throwing this buzzbait over these pads. Both ways through the shade. But this way first. Hopefully it's not bound up from last night. I don't remember what I did last. Nope. I like just throwing it through the pads, that's all. Hitting the points and whatnot. Microphone, my bad. I'm such a rookie. I'm sorry, guys. I'm such a rookie. I always do stuff like that. The microphone, I'm an idiot. I'm really not an idiot, but I freaking forget everything a second after I say I won't. I'll tell you that much. And Alzheimer's does run in my family. Alright. This buzzbait runs left, and there's a bunch of crap in my way that makes it hard to cast to the left, but I'm trying to get into that. So I think if I cast a little to the right of all the crap, that it'll run to where I need it to run. So we'll see. Yep, it is right where I wanted it to go. Not that we'll catch any. We might, but okay, nothing. Big bluegill just popped over there. Let's throw a popper. I've got it all with me, so I could do anything. And everything's super close to us. See how waterproof they are. Walmart. I'm staying away from our carp rigs, or at least I think I'm staying away from the one on the left. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. May not be the most effective lure at the moment, but you know what? It's definitely a... let me make sure this rod's down because there's a guy coming on the kayak. Oh. It's down as low as it goes, I think. Yeah, there we go. We're good. We're good. Let's see, come on, baby. Just one on a buzz bait. I was saying it may not be the most effective bait, but it's a freaking fun bait to catch a fish on, so I'm gonna be throwing it for a little bit. And there's some massive shad in here, but they're eating bluegill. I don't know. I don't even think they're gonna see the color. I don't think the color really matters with a buzz bait sometimes. I think it's just the reaction of something flying by them. Some big crappie in here though. Crappie. Oh, there's a fisherman over there. Ay, ay, ay. Might have to go finesse, you guys. Gonna try everything we can not to. I did catch a big pike in here one time and it was awesome, and I never had caught a pike before. I wasn't going for a pike. I didn't think there were pike in here. I thought it was a pickerel at first until I got it up, and it was a nice sized one too. And since then, I think I did catch another pike somewhere, but it was a little one. And since then, nothing. Not a damn thing. But again, I don't try for them. I think you gotta go to like the Passaic or some of the big lakes to get the pike. I think here, like, it's hard to get pike out of this thing. I think. Working through that lane. Come on, baby. One in these little shallow. Some James Bond maneuvers over here. With my leg, it's a little more difficult not to hit things. So you take on top of the fact that I'm on klutz with the fact that I got a 20-pound thing on my freaking attached to me. Man, I could have brought a hot lunch and everything with my van that close. I could have brought some pizza. I could probably have it delivered here if I wanted to. There we go. I want to see this guy rip one. He's just chilling on his kayak. See him get a giant. Come on, man. Rip one out of there. Come on, baby. You got it. You got it. What are you throwing? A chatterbait? Spinnerbait, I think. Got the old. I'll be throwing a spinnerbait right in the pads. I need some like muck boots that I could fit over my prosthetic leg. Damn it. It'd be nice. Take that as a sign to check the chat, because I feel like I'm ignoring everybody. Let's see what we got. Spruce run is very low this year. That's what I heard. But isn't that not a bad thing? Because wouldn't that be good, like, if what is this, a tick on me? Hold on. Let's see what we got. Nope, just an ant that I mutilated on accident. But spruce, isn't that kind of a good thing if you could get, like, it's for carp fishing, I'd say. Even bass, like, wouldn't that kind of more concentrate the fish in certain areas and also allow you to get out to, like, the drop-offs that you usually wouldn't be able, unless you were in a boat, I guess. But I'm talking about from the bank. That's what I was thinking in my head. You're going to Acid Pink tomorrow. I heard Acid Pink is awesome for carp, and I want to go there as well. It's on my list. But yeah, I know it's also really good for bass too. Like really, really good for bass. If you do though, please, in the next live or wherever, just let me know how you did, man. Because I would love to know. I'm dying to get out there myself. That's the dream life. If you're talking about me, nothing. Everything looks shiny on video. You know what I mean? Ain't no dream life here. I'm not complaining either though, so I don't know. But I work too, so. Nick Ramsey, what's up, man? Thank you for the well wishes. And by the way, David, what's going on? Yeah, I sometimes think I should attend some kind of addiction thing for this because, to be honest, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I'm like, it's been 4 years, 5 years since I've been in a relationship, but I can't do it. I can't give up the freedom. I just can't do it. That's how I have so much time to fish, if you want to be honest. It's because I'm single. I could never get away with this. Like this is the longest I've been single in like 20 years. I could have never gotten away with this in any of the relationships I've been in. And I tried, which is why they all ended, by the way. So I didn't catch anything yet, but there's big carp out here. We saw one of them jumped, so hopefully we'll see. Non-stop. I said hi already, but what's going on? I think I said hi. If not, what's going on? It doesn't matter because I'm saying hi again, my friend. Eric, what's going on, dude? Thank you, man. Just hooks at your channel, bro. I appreciate it, and that's awesome. That's awesome. I was like fishing recently. I fished with this guy. He's 19. I'm 40, but he's cool. He's into fishing and he's good. He's really good. And he has these things I never heard of. He's like, yo, could I waterfall? I'm like, what does that mean? He wanted to get a sip of my water because he forgot to bring it. But, like, I never heard of that, so I don't know. It's before my time, or after my time, I guess. But he always says stuff like that I'm like, huh? Huh? And he's like, doesn't understand how I couldn't comprehend some of the stuff he's telling me. It's like, I met him because the dude manages one of the Walmarts in New Jersey's fishing sections. He's the manager. He does a good job, too. Puts everything I need to the side. No, I'm just joking. He doesn't do that. Maybe. Allegedly. Allegedly. I love how the shade we had is slowly creeping off. But this one's like right in the shade line, and it's pretty much the remainder of the shade. For the most part. Let's see what else I can throw out there. Waterfall isn't a Maybe I'm just, maybe, I don't know. I grew up in, like, Northern California. Well, like, the Bay Area, so I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it just wasn't in our area, you know. Also, probably a bad example, because there's better stuff that I just can't think of because it's so novel to me that I can't even think of it. He's fishing the pads also. Let's see. I have a Ned rig bag right here somewhere. Here. I was looking for some flukes. I think a fluke might work well. Just the issue is the weight with the wind blowing in this way. I don't know if I can get it out there. Texas rig Senko. Doesn't matter. Nothing. I'm not gonna be able to launch anything as far as I'm gonna be able to launch a 1/2 ounce buzzbait with a tube on the back of it. That thing's heavy. And do a little thinking before I just rush the gun. What would work well in lily pads that's heavy enough to get out there? Spinner bait. Not optimal, maybe. Spinner bait. I'm gonna try a spinner bait. I think I have one rigged up right now. $30 likes. Awesome, you guys. You guys are awesome. Alright, let me grab my spinnerbait. If a rod goes off, let me know. a swim jig, so on one. I didn't have one tied up, but I do have spinner baits right there, so should have grabbed one. Oh, the swim jig's cool. It's a real light one. Let's start this direction. Do it every time. Microphone. Okay, you're not going to be able to see me, but you'll be able to hear me. I'm walking just maybe 10 feet to the right. When I get better, I'll be able to turn the camera. But right now, I don't want to risk the whole stream going down because I wanted you to see me make a few casts. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. It'll be cool when we kayak here for bass. Then you'll see everything. Come on, baby. Oh! Ah! Dude over there almost got one, I think. Saw him like do a hook set, but I think he missed it. Like a frog, maybe. He could probably hear everything I'm saying. I'm like narrating his fishing trip. He just launched it right into the middle of the pads, a little sparse area in the middle. He's working it back slow, rod tip high, rod tip high. Little pop, little pop. Come on. Come on. I stopped caring about the fact that I gotta work this in. I'm so into him right now. I feel like his chances are higher. Yeah, I need a spinnerbait on this thing. You may not see me, but I'm not far away. You can't even copyright me on that one because I came up with it myself. Alright, one more cast. Deep into the field. Be over there in a sec if anyone's chatting. We're at the Lawrence Brook. Oh, I forgot. I'm not supposed to do that. It's big though, so try to find. I don't know. You know what I mean? Tugged on by maybe a bluegill. I thought I had a fish. Maybe it was. Let me just. I wish you guys could see that. Alright, let me get back on. Ooh, a lot of people talking. Let's see, I got it. Where was I? Non-stop fishing. I said hi, and hi again. Eric, hi again. What's going on? Yep. Waterfall. None yet, man. But I do think, and now with the wind like really blowing into this bank, I feel like this is the side. So I think this is the side, and we did see one carp. And today I'm going for carp, but I'm also like throwing around some bass lures since my van's so close. I was just gonna throw finesse stuff today, but I could grab any rod or lure I need to right there, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna try some stuff, but we're very limited. But that being said, we've got wind blowing into our lily pads right here, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that spinnerbait on, man, trust me. I will. I already had this tied on, and my leader's not too long, so I figure why not give... A swim jig's never a bad choice either. I've got a Z-Crawl trailer on here. It's just a Strike King, common every day. And a 1/4 ounce, which is good for these pads. It works through there really nice. Wesley, have a good day, man. Get some sleep, man. Yo, Peg, what you think about my new name? I told you, bro, I like it, man. I like it a lot. It's sick. You bought a chatterbait finally? That's awesome, man. You gave in, huh? You finally gave in to them? No, they work. There's days where they work. If my thing is, like, if it's windy, I'm throwing... if it's just the wind, I'm most likely going to throw a spinnerbait first usually, because I just like them. But I think chatterbait probably does catch more fish. But there's something about a spinnerbait, you know what I mean? Just something about a spinnerbait. But you can't work like a chatterbait. I could work a spinnerbait through lily pads far easier than I can work a chatterbait just by finessing it. If I'm around wood, I throw a spinnerbait though, for sure. Wood, wind, wood and muddy water, anything like that. I'm usually throwing a spinnerbait. If I have my choice, I'm always throwing a spinnerbait, or a jig, or a Texas rig, or a buzzbait, or a crankbait, or a worm. There's a lot of things I like to throw, actually, now that I think about it. Walking baits. I don't know if I've had a bite on a walking bait yet this year, but I haven't tried. I've been so invested in buzz baits, just because I love buzz baits. And where the heck was it? Somewhere something blew up. I love buzz baits, and also just make sure my sound is good. Yep, I love buzz baits, and I've been using them for years. And I feel like I'm like fine-tuning my skills with the buzzbait this year. Like different retrieves that I never used before. Stuff like that, so it's hard to put it down. But this time of the year, I like to walk the DNR Canal. And like on calm days when it's really hot, throw a walking bait from like the one side to the far side of the canal, wherever I see like a little shade. And if you could get it right against the bank without snagging up, and do that maybe like, I don't know, every 20 or so, I would say you'll get something. Somebody's line. Try to get it out of here. Ooh. That seems like a carp just jumped out of the water, and that's right where our stuff is. this the hell. That's even. There's so much line. There's always line. Get it out of here. Now my finger's stuck. All right. I definitely would have had a bass if I didn't get snagged in that line. 100%. There are a lot of frogs over there. If I have to, I'll rip out the bluegill stuff, man. You guys, if I have to, that's what we'll do. I do think the carp's just a matter of time. A couple more and then a spinnerbait. Last cast, seriously, for real this time though. Just want to try a real slow retrieve. Nothing. Ah. You never heard me. What, you never heard? I don't even know, man. Oh, you never heard me say that your name was cool? Oh, you know what? I commented it, I think, on one of your posts, dude. I said I like both, so it's hard to decide, but I do. Put my phone in the shade so it's not getting... So we don't have any thermal alarms going off today. So keep it in the shade. Corn with the hot dog in it. Shade. It probably gives it some good flavor, honestly. My water definitely should be in the shade. Actually, let me get the spinnerbait. One sec. So I'm gonna put the spinnerbait on the rod that I think I can launch the furthest. Leave you on this rock to dry before you go in my tackle box. The water's... Sometimes I like when it's shallow. Is the water, I wouldn't say it's super clear, but in the pads it's definitely not muddy. I'm gonna throw this more natural. A very translucent, flashy one though. Sunny day, some stain to the water. I think it's good. Try not to waste all that leader. Oh, another good one would just be for like the bluegill. Would be just like a swim bait, weedless though, with a weedless weighted EWG or something. That'd be a good one. There's enough bait fish. I see minnows. I see all kinds of crap around here. There's enough stuff in the water that what am I thinking? Alright. That there's gotta be some predators in the area. 100%. And then the shade is over here. Oh nice. The sun's going that way, so we might keep this shade. It might get even better. So I like to run it right through all the lily pads. Just kind of finesse it. If I get caught on one, I just bump it, but I don't want to knock it out of the water either, so I don't know. It's not that hard if you get the hang of it. It really comes right through there with ease and nothing on it. But I'm going to make a few casts with this, and then I want to check our carp setups, because that's the real goal here, for me at least. I know some of you guys probably like bass more, but I'm into both. And I want to catch a 30-pound mirror carp, so that's why I'm not casting into the area of our stuff. I don't even, they see so many people fishing here. This place is extremely fished that I'm sure the carp don't even care, because most people aren't fishing for carp. One more with this, and I'm checking our carp stuff. So now, there we go, I got it out there. I was gonna say now I am hung up, but that's why I put 40-pound braid on it. And 20-pound fluorocarbon. Alright, let me try one burner real quick. I just have to. I don't know why, but sometimes that works here. Yo, Glenn, what's going on, man? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I've never caught a carp. They aren't anywhere. I'm surprised they're not in Nova Scotia. That's crazy. To me. I don't know. Because I feel like carp are almost everywhere. That's the only reason why. Oh. Try to keep it family friendly over here. I gotta quit this nicotine thing anyway. Alright, let me check this one. Get off there. There we go. Nice. Corn's still on there, which I like. It means there's not a bunch of garbage. I don't like saying that. Garbage bites, I should say. Bites we don't want. This corn's still good. Put a little more on. Let's freshen it. I'll put new. Who cares? While we're at it, right? But this time, I'm going to put a little piece of fake corn on the end to kind of, hopefully, I don't know. They float, so I'm trying to give it a little bit of a float off the bottom. It's too soft. Too soft. Those look pretty good. That one looks good. Fake corn. Fake corn on there. We have a fish similar to a carp. People actually call them buffalo carp, but they're not carp. They're totally different fish, but they're similar to carp because they eat off the bottom like carp, but they get to like ginormous sizes commonly. And we don't have them in New Jersey, at least I don't think, but they're not far. So I want to go do a trip and try to get like a massive buffalo. I know Texas has tons of them, but there's a lot of states that have them. They're native to the United States too, or to North America. I don't think they're limited to the United States. I believe common carp were put in the waters originally in Europe because they were a food fish, and then they made like the mirror carp was because then it was easier for them to not scale the fish because they were scaleless. So they actually did some like genetic modifications on them, I believe. I think that if the history is correct that I read online, I believe the mirror carp was invented to be a scaleless carp to make it easier for monks to prepare the fish. Ooh, I just threw a chunk of algae right at the camera. Which sounds feasible to me. You'll never get my hot dog chipmunk. Probably get right through that bag. Second I'm not watching. Oh, you haven't caught any yet? I got you. That makes sense, dude. You have them in Ontario. You should try if you have them, though, because it's really fun fish to catch. And Lorraine, what's going on, my friend? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Here it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's really nice to see you, though. I was hoping you'd show up. Yeah, you should try, Glenn, because I was only a bass guy until about, honestly, about 4 months ago. Ooh, something's picking at that rod. For the first time, there's something going on that thing. The whole time we've been here. I don't know what it is. But I just saw a carp again. There's tons of carp in this area right now. I'm telling you guys. You can't see them because they're... But they're going to move into here. The wind's blowing this way, so all this pack bait and everything's blowing this way probably. But they're right in front. They're like close to where that rod is in the middle. Just probably right off frame. That's why I like the horizontal, but then you do the horizontal and no one shows up, so I mix it up. So bass blows. There's all kinds of activity. We gotta catch something, you guys. We gotta catch something. Put this where I put all that corn, so we're not wasting, or at least in the area, so we're not wasting a good baiting area. I don't know. I try to do things optimally because I really want to catch one. So these hair rigs and the bolt rigs, remember you guys, set your drag really loose because you'll regret it if you don't. At least loose enough that it's not going to throw your rod in the water. Anyone have any experience with this casting? The scale that I just got? My other scale sucked anyway, but it finally broke after a couple years. But I'm the type of person who's not like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I don't really care. Like, that's why a lot of times I fish alone, because I'm trying to do it for me, I guess. So it's so I don't care how accurate it always is, but I need to get a good one because I want to do more of the like online tournaments where they require you to have one. Like I think wait, Carp Explorer, there we go. Yeah, you're right, and they made them grow bigger to have more food during the time when they don't eat meat. No, dude, greetings from Germany. Guten Tag, my friend. And just to let you know, that's awesome that you confirmed that for me. Thank you, man. But this does the job for now. The Bubba scale, I guess, I don't know. I gotta look into which ones are certified and not, because the Bubba scales are supposedly certified, or I mean supposedly one of the best, but they're also they're really expensive. Really expensive. But like, what's that app called? Bass Forecast, I think. They do that tournament where like if you weigh in or measure, I don't know which one it is, I think it's weighing on an official scale, like if you're in New Jersey, I think it has to be 6 pounds, then you get like a 6 setup. That rod's doing stuff still from KVD, like some KVD like crazy setup they give you. So I want to do that. Please bring us a carp. I'm gonna kind of show you guys what we're working with here with the camera. Let me do a little, I'll take a risk, but I want to move it and kind of pan it around to show you what we're fishing. So this is a brook and it runs between, so like if you could, I'm trying to get as high as you can tell, it snakes around there. and those are the pads over here that I'm fishing when I go over there. But then it comes all the way through here, and then it snakes off into that direction, into the distance. Just so you guys have more of an accurate picture of what we're doing here, what kind of water we're fishing. There's a good current. Oh, sorry. There's a good current. This chair really doesn't need to be there since I'm not sitting in it, right? There we go. So yeah, that gives you guys more of an idea. It's not so much like a lake or pond or something. It's actually like it's got a channel, a deep channel down the middle. Not super deep, but it's got a channel nonetheless. Another thing, on a day like today, when you do kayak down this thing, if you're not strong, it's tough to get back when the wind's blowing this direction and the current. I think it does go that way too. It can be tough to get back. I've had a hard time before. Dude, Glenn, right? It really is. And then I'm not gonna move it now, but before I close out, I'll show you. Like if I turn around, I could throw a little pebble, like a light little potato chip, and hit my van from here. So it's like there's room for like one person. It's got a perfect cutout here, perfect landing area. Yeah, you gotta work the fish through the pads a little bit, but it's alright. But the view is just phenomenal. It is peaceful, man. Lorraine, it's really peaceful. I was about to say that. It's if I wasn't on, I like talking. And trust me, ask anyone. That's why another reason I fish alone, because when I'm with people, I talk too much. But that being said, if I wasn't on stream, I can guarantee you that's when I'd be in a, quiet. In the shade too. Exactly, dude. Like the shade, you can't, like every spot. I'm so glad. I almost gave up when my initial spot down the street that I thought would be good was covered too much with bushes, so I couldn't do that. And I kept looking and looking. I drove all around the Farrington Lake and all that stuff. Couldn't find anywhere that was good. And then Steve's Fishing Cooking Channel. What's up, man? Greetings from Germany. Guten Tag, man. I'm half German, so I grew up with a German-speaking grandma, Oma, and all that stuff. So when I say things, that's why. There's nibble, so we got nibbles on this rod finally, and there's still carp activity in the area, so that's good. I think it's just a matter of time, to be honest. I recasted this one, but this one keeps getting tapped, so I don't really want to mess with it. Plus it's boilies. Boilies have a tendency to stay on pretty well, so I'm going to give that one some time, some real time. Yeah, I gotta check out your channels, you guys. Steve's Fishing Cooking Channel. I really gotta. I did sub, but I just put a notification thing on, I guess. I don't know. I will. I'm gonna check that out. I try. I'm just sometimes. This week's been so busy. It's hard to do everything. How long have I been going? Because actually today I gotta. Check. Give me a second, you guys. I gotta see if my daughter's mom is texting me. Let me check my Google voice thing. I literally only use this phone to, it's an Android. I only use it to do the stream, like to see the stream. So I have no idea how to use an Android. Google Voice, where are you? I think that's it. It's gotta be somewhere. Oh, you know what? If I can figure out. I don't know if I ever put it on here. That's the problem. Oh well. From Italy, dude. Rome, Detroit. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining from Italy. That's awesome. It's the other half. I'm half Italian, half German. It's crazy. It's funny. Funny how that works. Every once in a while, I am gonna keep tripping on this, and I have no reason to have it there, so. hell is this? It's a yarn. Got caught on yarn. The hell? Trash should be like a species of fish in New Jersey. Should be like a record. I see something moving on that one a little bit. A little tap. Something's tapping on that one. Or it was a second ago. Something seems to be going on that rod. I don't know. I'm not sure. Ugh. Oh, it's a yarn. Nasty. Boom. Kobe. Actually, I'm going to say Maxi. Not that anyone knows anything about NBA, but Tyrese Maxey is the man. Come on. How long have we been getting skunked for? Let's see. I started super late, so I don't even know. I have no idea. Ooh, 111. That must be good luck, right? 2 hours and 20 minutes or 2 hours and 30? 2 hours and 30. Go another hour, and that's an hour, and I gotta cut it because I gotta take care of some business. No, because my daughter's mom needs me to help her out with something, so gotta do it. Family first, right? Family first. But I guarantee you guys, even if we don't catch one here today, this is definitely going to be on the list from now on. It's going to be an area we stop at. We'll try different areas, but the main thing I'm going to do is kayak, since I'm going to get my kayak Sunday, finally. So next week, we're definitely doing a live stream on the kayak with my friend Sil at one point. Probably on Farrington Lake, because that's where we always go. And then I'll probably do one on my own. But instead of doing this, which is awesome to have it here, I'm going to load my kayak up with all the stuff I need and find a remote bank somewhere in like prime carp location and just park there and stream from right there. Which will be, that's to me, like, I want to do that on the Millstone River. I want to do that all over the place. That's fun, if you ask me. This is fun too, don't get me wrong. I love this. But that's like exploring and stuff. It's so cool. Like fishing somewhere where no one's ever fished before. I don't know. Sounds cool to me. I've never done it, so. To anyone that's a carp expert, how long would you leave your leave some boilies out there on a hair rig for? Because I think we probably have had this one out there for an hour now, and I'm dying to kind of, I don't know. I'll check it in a little bit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Because I think in like 10 minutes I gotta check that one. It's been too long. 20 to 30 minutes. Every 20 to 30 minutes though. Sometimes though, I feel like the best fish I've caught are on the ones I've left out for just 3 hours and just kind of kept off my mind. That's the only issue with that. But in current, I don't know. See, like that's different. Like I feel like when I'm in a snaggy area or current, I feel like I like to check it a little more often because I don't know if it's tangled up out there. That's my biggest fear. That we got 2 rods out and one of them's just a waste of our time. I guess it's not my worst fear. On now. Okay, it's my phone, thank God. You can't see it. Is it freezing? Let's see what's going on here. What time is this? 1 o'clock? Shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, it's getting low. Crap. I'm working on the quality, see if I can fix it. I'm just gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna pause it and just see if I can. Nope. Let's see if it keeps freezing. Then I'll keep an eye on it on my phone too. But if it keeps freezing, I'll try dropping the bit rate and stuff like that. If it keeps freezing, I'll try dropping the bit rate and stuff like that. Sorry for the echo. Stuff like that bothers me so much because I don't understand it enough to like effectively do much about it. Sometimes just moving that backpack over helps though. We'll see. I moved it a little, so hopefully maybe that'll help. We'll see, and if not, I'll keep moving it before I do anything drastic. No bites, man. I don't know. I've never fished here for carp. Bass. If we were out in the kayak, we'd destroy bass right now. Let me turn the volume down so it's not. Yeah, I want to catch one so bad because there's I wish I could show you a picture. If I had What's up? We got a fish, dude. What's going on? What's it called? If I had a picture on Fishbrain, I could show you two. Like, one was the 30-pound, and the other one was like close to it. Caught like a month ago in the area that we're in. And one of them was a mirror carp, so that's why I want to start fishing here for carp. But no luck at all. Oh, we've had a lot of changes in conditions lately because we've had 2 major flood events in the last week or 2 weeks. I mean, like 10 to 12 days, let's put it that way. And it's really lowered the water temperatures a lot and raised the water levels, and then they lower again and then they raised again, and it's kind of thrown a wrench in a lot of like the normal July fishing. Like the water temps pretty much have dropped all over the place quite a bit. And then the last 2 days have been like high pressure, and today's stable pressure, but like I said, like it was I think it was under 60 degrees this morning, and shouldn't be this time of the year. It should be like in the high 70s or mid 70s or somewhere in the 70s. So that may be why. I've still been catching bass lately, but even then I've been having to like really finesse, unless it's like certain lucky times of the day or night. But they've been more difficult for sure, and like it could be affecting the carp too, since it's only been like 2 days now since the last time we had the major flood and storm, tornado warnings and crap. Dude, it's been so screwy. Even like the spring was so weird. And then there was like no rain when last spring it like rained so much, and I forget what month. There was a month where it never stopped raining. I think it was March. It's just been a weird year. And Parsippany I didn't even know that one actually did. I just got the warning. I was still fishing, but I'm not even kidding. I'm an idiot. But I didn't even know that somebody actually got hit. I mean, hopefully somebody didn't get hit, but a town got hit. I didn't know that. 2? How bad were they? Usually, hopefully not too bad, since New Jersey tornadoes usually aren't that bad. See, good thing though. I'm glad. I grew up in Texas. Like I said, I grew up in the Bay Area. I've grown up everywhere, but I was born in Texas, and a lot of my family still is from Texas. But we moved when I was like 5 or 6 to Northern California. But like just over the years of visiting my family and from childhood, remembering like the amount of times we had to go run in the bathroom, or like giant softball-sized hail balls coming down, or looking off into the distance at my grandparents' house and like watching like tornadoes touch down on this airport this one time. It was crazy. Dude, it's not like if I had a choice, first of all, in my honest opinion, I think people are a little too hardened up in New Jersey for the most part, and not everybody's the nicest, but that's generalizing because there's tons of nice people too. But I'm just saying, it's a it hardens you up a little, I think. But the thing is, New Jersey is actually a very beautiful. There's a reason they call it the Garden State. It's beautiful. It's just, it's also hideous in a lot of areas, and yeah, I didn't have a choice in that matter because and taxes suck. I'm moving out to PA soon. I'm selling my house and I'm moving because my family lives out there. The taxes are better. The laws are better. I just like it out there more. So my whole family moved out there, so I kind of want to go out there too. And I'll still be close enough to my daughter over here, so I shouldn't say my whole family, that I can easily. It's not much of a difference in distance change. But no, my dad switched jobs so much when I was a kid. My mom made him go to college, and then he got out, and then he got a job in California, so we moved there, and then he got a job out in New Jersey, so we moved over here. But it's cool. I like it. I wouldn't have my daughter if I didn't move to New Jersey. And that's not something I even like to think about. Because I couldn't imagine life without her. Nah, dude. I'll check it out later. And you did not miss a damn thing, man. You did not miss a damn thing. Same thing. Yeah, it is hard, but you know what? For some reason, we were pretty, I don't know. I was a weird kid. I probably was always more excited about it than anything else. A lot happened in New Jersey, good. New Jersey's not, this is coming from someone who literally is not born and raised in New Jersey. I do not think New Jersey is the worst place in the world. I think that in terms of the environment, and I'm not an environmental person too much really, but obviously I care about it, but I'm just saying in terms of environment, we get more. Super fun site is when a place is so bad that they have to block it off and you can't build on it or anything because it's got chemicals or some kind of biohazard or anything. It could be anything. We put more on the list every year than we take off the list, so it's a dirty place to live. The air quality sucks. It's very densely populated, so driving is really a pain in the ass. This one's doing a bunch of stuff right now, so I'm watching it. It's a good sign because that means there's still bait on there. But then, you have a lot of lakes, you got rivers, you got the ocean. It's so close. You got all this stuff within 35 to 40 minutes. I can be at the ocean, 7 rivers, probably 30 lakes, including major reservoirs. You know what I mean? So it's not too bad. And then you go out west, and it's all farmland. And you can't tell me that Hunterdon County and west of that is not gorgeous. And then north, you got north of Morristown, beautiful. A lot of the ocean can be pretty, can be nice. Thank you, man. I keep want to say backwards, but when you were 15, countries, see, that seems a lot harder to me though. That seems a lot more difficult to me, moving from a country. You got man, I hate this. That heart in the way I can't see your comment until somebody else comments. I want to check it, but now I don't know because it keeps getting. That's the second time stuff is actually messed with it, so I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is this one's pretty. We could be pretty confident that the left one's good since we threw it out there not too long ago. We rebaited. That's where I get indecisive because it's it could be a do or die move. I take it out of the water and they're over there eating the boilies and all that crap next to it. Then yeah, dude. And I keep I'll show it again also every time I like rebait and stuff. But like what I'm using today are corn boilies, which so you got your corn boilies is the beta choice. And for anyone who doesn't know what a boilie is, it's literally like, it's just a round ball. I think it's like Seminola wheat and a few other. It's just a round ball that has like a really strong smell of whatever it is. In this case, sweet corn. And it does. It smells really strong like sweet corn. And then I've got, I make this myself. I go to Tractor Supply or any kind of like animal feed store. My bad. Let me get back online on my end so I can see what I'm doing on here. I hit the Wi-Fi button. Okay, so I take feed corn. I get it from I'm trying to get into the. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do two things at once. I'm like paying attention to what the video looks like. All right, so I get that from like a feed, because that's it's animal feed. So I get a 50-pound bag for like $10, and then you soak it for 24 hours and you boil it until it's a good consistency. It's hard to explain, but you can look that up on YouTube, like how to make boiled feed corn for carp. I got a pack bait that's oats, rolled oats, what else did I put in this? Sweet feed. Sweet feed acts as like a breaker upper, so like when it goes out there, it allows it to like break up on there, but that's a horse feed. And then I've got some creamed corn in there, some navy beans or like white beans or whatever you call them, and chili powder. And then I'm also adding, like in this case, I added a fake corn to the corn to maybe give it a little bit of a float, but I don't know if that, like a wafter kind of presentation, probably isn't doing anything, to be honest. Maybe keeping the bait on the hook better. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat at the same time. Carp at the moment, imagine. Sorry, I can't pronounce it, but I'm fishing for carp, bro. I'll say Patrick, and what's up to you too, man. But I'm fishing for carp. I also do a lot of bass fishing, but today I'm doing carp. This is connected to a giant body of water, so, and it holds massive carp. Apparently, Liam, what's going on? And thank you for joining, you guys. I appreciate it. If anyone has questions, or if you want to see more about the fishing baits, or if I didn't answer it correctly, or if, since I'm an amateur, I was off the frame on anything that you needed to see closer, like, this is what I've been using, and I get these on Amazon, but I think you can just go to World Classic Baits, probably to like a website. But I also am going to start using tiger nuts, and I'm going to get some more. I was using for a while, and they worked so well. The dissolvable, they're expensive, but the dissolvable strawberry and squid boilies, those things are amazing. And then sometimes I get fancy and I use like a dissolvable bag. Like this is a mesh bag, and I'll fill it up with some of those boilies and I'll attach it to the hook. So when you throw it out there, it dissolves, and then there's more of the bait that is on the hook is kind of surrounding the hook. Just gives more of a presentation. And I've done a lot of work, but no catching. A lot of talking, no catching. It's the first time even trying here for carp ever. The crazy thing is there's carp in the area because they keep jumping out of the water. But somehow we're not getting the damn carp. FS Farmer, what's going on, man? Yeah, we're not getting a damn bite or anything so far, which is okay. That's the way it goes. If we sat here maybe for if we sat here for enough time, we probably could get one. I wish I had more time, to be honest with you, because this is the coolest spot in the world. It's shady. If we had more time, I'd literally order some food and just sit here for the whole day and night. I love this spot so much. I bet you this spot would be amazing when the carp are super active. This is probably such a good little spot. Yeah, I think with the freezing, by the way, I think sometimes you just get dips, like where my upload speed just dips. But I've got some like safeguards in place that like they're gonna just drop it down. It might look freezy sometimes, but I've got it set up to drop automatically the resolution and bitrate if it needs to, based on the upload speed that it's receiving. So I think as long as it's not, the whole thing's not choppy from now on, I think it might just be something with the time of day and people driving by using all the... Don't they know that I'm trying to stream over here, like a fishing stream? They shouldn't be using their GPSs and stuff. It's taking up all the towers. No longer a priority. Don't they know how special we are? Everybody's got to use the tower. Everybody's got to use the tower. We got to share. Lorraine, it's really nice to see you, and I'm super glad that I did, because I was hoping I would. She wants to play a game. You're a good grandma. Go be a grandma. Go have fun. I'm just happy I got to say hi to you. Still don't remember what I wanted to ask you that one time, but I'm trying. Probably had something to do with if I come over there in March, if the fishing's going to be good. But go be a grandma. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, no, I mean, alright. I say stuff like that all the time. Like, fishermen don't respect other fishermen. And I'm not like one of those people, but honestly, a lot of fishermen don't respect other fishermen. But then, see you soon, Lorraine. But then there are a lot of fishermen do. So it's like, you know, I try not to be like bitter. But you're right, man. A lot of people don't. I'm the type, when I'm in my kayak and I see people on the bank like fishing here, for instance, and like those people that came by, they were super cool. And that guy also, like, he would have crossed. I don't think he wanted to come all the way down here. But, like, I would, yeah, it's crazy ass world. But, I think it, like, whenever I'm in a kayak, if I see people on a bridge or something, I'm so conscientious, man. But sometimes to my own fault, I think, too. Sometimes I need to be a little less. But you know what? Life's too short. I don't want to be like pissed off all the time. But I've also met a lot of good people fishing too. I've met a lot of good people fishing. My issue with fishing, like bank fishing, in this spot really is not that bad. There's like no garbage. But it's that. It's like I don't understand why people can't throw their garbage in a garbage can. It doesn't make sense to me. Or just like take your worm tub with you at the end of the day and throw it. Just throw it anywhere. Don't throw it here if you're gonna do it. I mean, preferably in a garbage can, but it just gets annoying. Carry in, carry out. I always end up carrying out a bunch of other people's junk. So I was gonna do a short kind of thing, like just picking up trash at my fishing spots, but not to like. It'd be cool if like people would start posting videos like that, like spreading it around, you know? Yeah, me too, and I'm really close to it now with my van being there, because sometimes I'll forget it, and then I just load up the side pocket and then the next pocket with all kinds of nasty garbage, but a lot of times I just can't leave it. Some things I won't touch, but things we won't name. Like some boxers that have been sitting soiled next to like the parking lot at Colonial Park for like the last, I don't know, 3 months. Colonial Park, can you pick them up? They're sitting right there, right where your maintenance crew goes through the fence. It's disgusting. Also, they were in the porta potty, and I think the porta potty people didn't feel like dealing with them, so they threw them out into the onto the side of the parking lot. And now we got to look at that. Ugh. On the golf course lot, so you know somebody was having a bad day. They ran to that porta potty. Emergency. If you don't know what I'm saying, somebody pooped their pants and left their boxers in the porta potty, and then the porta potty crew seems to have not wanted to deal with such the problem, so they took the boxers with the and threw them right next to where everybody parks for the public park in the playground and stuff. All right, we're checking it. I'm putting it out right where I see all the carp biting or jumping out of the water all the time. It was a great time to check it. No bait. The bait is gone. Made the right move there. Try to do this on the try to get close to the camera with this so you guys can see if you're curious as to what I'm doing. I've just got a bolt rig set up here. The bobber stops came up, but it's like a pack bait I'm putting in there, and then I got a short little hook link to a hair rig with a size 4 hook. And this is our boilie rod. I don't feel like walking over there. Take our boilies. I'm going to take 2. Two boilies. Got our baiting needle. Got our boilie spiker, which the boilie spiker spikes a hole in the boilie. And then this one threads it on, and if you can see, there's a little hook on the end with a door that opens and closes. So what you do is find that hole that I just lost. Okay, there it is. And you thread that through there. That's how I do it, at least. I don't know. So then I thread the boilies on. if you look, that bait stop, I take it off, which I should have done before. Could be a pain. So bait stops off, and then you take that little hook, and there's always a little loop on the end of the hair rig. Even if you make them, you make your own little loop down there. And yeah, you hook it around there like that. Close that little door. And you slide your boilies down. Sloppy Joes. Alright. So there we go. We got our boilies secured. Take that little bait stop and that same loop that we hooked it on, we slide the little bait stop through again. And then we're going to slide the boilies up, well, down, you know what I mean. We're going to slide them down towards that bait stop, and that's going to hold them on there. And I would do a mesh bag, but I don't have enough boilies to last if I want to do another session. If I were to do that, and I gotta order more, so I'm not taking that risk. So we're just gonna put the pack bait on, and I'm just gonna pack the pack bait like an egg into the cage of that thing. Catch you later, bro. Ramada, dude, it was nice. If you want to come out to Esapon tomorrow morning, you might see me there. Dude, I wish I could come out tomorrow morning, but I'm going to be watching my daughter's mom's, or well, my daughter's dogs at her mom's house. I don't know how to say that the right way. But yeah, appreciate it. And Alan, thank you for that compliment, man. And that's why I wear 2 pairs of socks and 2 pairs of boots. That's hilarious, dude. I'll check all the other chat that I can't see in a second. I hope you rip them up over there, Ramada. I hope you rip them up, man. Alright, so take the pack bait. I'm trying to reach across because I got all these boulders in between the camera and myself. It's not the best pack bait job I ever did. It's kind of uneven, so I'm evening it out. So you just want a nice ball around there like that. So it's heavy. It's real heavy at this point. And then I like to have a bucket of water that I fill, and it's time to change that out. So it's fresh. I like it here because if I have to walk out to get a carp, I could easily just walk right out. I mean, I should probably be careful not to sink up to my waist in silt because I don't know what it actually is out there. But at least for 10 feet, I know I could walk. So then, let me show the final product. So now, one more time, I guess. So now we've got our boilies hanging from the hair rig. Got a pack bait a couple inches up, 2 ounce weight in my case, and I've got 2 bobber stops to kind of peg that there. And I'm going to try to get it. This is actually going to be right in the money zone. Alright, come on. There we go. Yes. That was actually a very accurate cast, which is awesome. It's like pure sand here, so. Oh, jeez. It's not what I want to do. I'm just going to have to leave it in that position, I think. It's fine. It's fine. Just stop being a perfectionist, man. It's actually better because then the line's over all the lily pads. I don't have to worry about that. And then set your drag pretty loose. When they get it, they're generally hooked already, and you just lift the rod. You don't hook set them. It's the worst thing you can do with this rig. You'll rip it right out of their mouth, or you'll rip their mouth. Either way, you're going to lose the fish. You just want to lift your rod tip in the air. That's it. That's all you got to do. It's the easiest rig in the world, and it hooks them in the side of the mouth 99.999% of the time. I had one bullhead that it swallowed it one time. Every other fish, always in the side of the lip or the jaw or somewhere in the easy to remove region. Check what we got. I gotta put my hand 30. Okay. I saw rubbers, yep. Yeah, I've seen those too, man. It's not a fun one at all. Dude, I know. You gotta lob it. And it's so hard, especially that rod is made to throw some pretty hardcore stuff, and I'm throwing, but it's not made to throw probably 5 ounces, I don't think. I forget what it is. It's rated up to 3.5 ounces, so I'm way over the rating on that thing. I'm always afraid it's gonna snap the rod too. The only cast I'm comfortable with on this thing, with that much weight, is just a lob, kinda. That's it. Just the old lob. I feel like this is a perfect little carp spot right here. You got so much foliage, all these lily pads that create these slack zones on the side, and then you got the current with the channel in the middle, so they could get up into the shallows. They could go down into the channel. And it's not like we're talking about the Mississippi here. It's not raging, the Rio Grande. It's got a current, but the only thing that sucks is I'm gonna give it 2:15. Now I gotta sign off. I gotta get off because in case my ex is trying to get a hold of me about the dog situation. I don't want to leave her hanging like that. My daughter's been down at the shore at her grandparents' house for the last week, and I think that my ex just wants to go down there and spend some time with her. But her dogs make it a pain in the butt to go anywhere, so she's lucky she has me. Old reliable over here. Not really the most reliable, to be honest. But I gotta pee. Carp. We know you're out there. That's the thing that, you know, like when I get skunked and I don't see any fish, I kind of feel like I'm doing it to myself. But when I see the fish all day, well, for like the last 3 hours consistently, they've made appearances, and you still can't get them. It's weird. Or not weird, I mean, it's just the way it is, but it baffles you sometimes. You're like, what the hell? Like, why don't you want what I'm throwing? It's everything you want. It's everything that they say you like. I don't even know. I watch a lot of like the UK channels on carp fishing too, so this information is not coming from my own head, and it's not American carp stuff either. It's like European stuff, and like a lot of people feel like the hook bait doesn't even matter that much. It's just the could be anything. It's just they're gonna, but I don't know. I think corn works very well. I think sweet corn works extremely well, but it falls off the hook too easily, so I use boiled feed corn, which also seems to work well, and I love it because it doesn't fall off the hook. So a lot of times you'll reel it in after a few hours and it's still there, which I've done. The only problem you have with corn sometimes is the turtles. If there's a lot of turtles around, they'll go get it. Sweet corn, the bluegill will go right after it. The second it goes down there, they tear it up. I think my best, most effective baits so far are just come on 1 or 2 boilies on a hair rig, or just corn on a hair rig with no pack bait, even though I'm using pack bait. But I'm just saying, no pack bait. Just simple. Just the bolt rig with the weight to the leader, to some boilies or some corn, and that's it. Those, I've caught more fish on that than I have doing all this pack bait jazz. I feel like I might kind of mix it up a little more with my rigs and do less pack bait. Like always have one. I don't know. It depends on the place, really, I guess. It works, I think. Obviously, it's chum, so putting food in the area of a fish that smells and eats off the bottom, I mean, it works. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Hi, bluegill. What are you guys eating? Oh, they're eating all the stuff I threw in the water, all the oatmeal and stuff. We used to make ketchup and rice pack bait with Kool-Aid Pops. That's funny. I've tried the Kool-Aid. It all seems to work the same to me. I don't know. I don't know. If I wanted to catch bluegill, it'd be no issue. You can hear them popping everywhere. But the issue with that is they're so tiny. I don't know how many big bluegill are in this little area. Throw a tube out there. Just dragging a tube. Definitely stuck on some. Alright, there we go. Redoing the tube. Just got a tube with a tube jig inside of it. A weedless tube jig. Top, did I go through? It's not coming through so well. Let's get right to the outside of them. There we go. Come on, I can't make a cast. I want to get right outside the pads because this thing does not come through them very well. Boring. I hate stuff like this when you know when you don't know there's actually fish around or not. Dragging something around. It's fine when you know there's like a bunch of fish there, but and they're just being finicky, but yeah. I'd rather not catch something on a buzzbait if I'm not going to catch something. You know what I'm saying? There's enough ketchup to make it good and wet, put on a lid and soda. I see, I wouldn't do it though, because I can't, dude. I don't like, it probably works, don't get me wrong, but something about it grosses me out, like leaving it in the sun. I'm not weird about a lot of stuff, but ketchup, like if this comes right over the pads. He's right there, right on the point. Come on. There we go. Perfect spot. Come on. Don't get... Such a good little cast, and I got hung up. If I had a frog that was heavy enough to toss out there, that's what I'd be doing, just to let you guys know. Come on. Still fun throwing it though. Even when you don't catch something, like I could throw this thing for hours. Honest to God. I'm not even joking. I really can. Never get bored. There's a few things like that, like those big swim bait. Not like the expensive ones. I'm talking about like maybe the mega bass. Like that's the most expensive one. I would go that whatchamacallit one. I think I have it. Nope, not in there. I took it out because then that's all I would throw. That's why. Alright, we gotta go 5 more minutes, you guys, and no one's really watching anymore. Just, I'm sorry to the three of you loyal people who have been watching, sticking with me here. Appreciate it. Sticking with me through the hard times over here. I don't care, it's fun. It's fun talking to people too. sucks too. I was at a place yesterday where we get no signal, so we can't stream there, but the carp literally were everywhere. But yeah, we got 4 minutes, and I gotta shut it down so I can do some stuff, some important stuff. Should have tried a little pop-up out there. I don't know if there's too much current for a pop-up. Probably. That's another bait I try out for carp a lot, is pop-ups. That being said, I have yet to catch one on pop-up, but that's probably has more to do with the fact that I haven't tried it enough. So I think there's times where they would work a lot better with the silt in some of the places I'm fishing at. Ow. I gotta clean this whole tackle box out. I see the bluegill running off with the little boilie bits. It's funny. Starting to get my stuff together a little bit. Get a head start. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm like, have you ever, I don't know Have you ever met somebody more crazy about like organizing crap than me? But like, I mean, I reorganize my stuff like every day. I don't know. It's like an OCD thing. Like, check this out. This is my Ned and drop shot kit. I use like pencil, 99-cent pencil. And then at home, in a room, I've got a whole tub labeled Ned, and then I got all kinds of Ned baits, and I'll just take the Ned stuff I want for that day or week or time of the year. Same with like my worms. So my worm stuff, I got my Senkos, my finesse, I got Nico hooks, I got Nico weights, I got O-rings, all that stuff. It makes life easy though, I think. You need to find your stuff, and you're a person like me who constantly loses everything. It works. My sister was always the opposite though. Ah. Always leave the landing gear out last, because I've learned you never put that away until those rods are in, because sometimes that's usually, in my experience, that's when they do go off. So it's right before. I don't know. You know when you just feel it, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not the time of day or the day or whatever it is. I'm feeling it right now. And it's not pessimism. I don't think so. I think it's realism, to be honest with you. I think it's just realism. I used to think that was a pessimistic way to think. Now I think sometimes it's just smart. Like, if you know something, you know it's a bad time to fish, first of all, and that's not why I'm ending the stream today. I'm ending it because I've got an obligation to the mother of my child. But if you know it's a bad time to fish, like nowadays, I'm just gotten so much smarter. I won't waste my time unless I have to. I'll go out if I get skunked and I know the conditions. If I knew the conditions sucked and I go out and I get skunked, I'll call it quick and change up the time. I'll go out again later in the day if I can pull it off or whatever, or at night or whatever. Check the chat in a second. It's been a while. I just wanted to get a good start on this. Oh yeah, the bottle cap. I lost it in my car. Alright, let's see what's going on. No new chats. Alright, that's good. I felt like I was ignoring people. Yeah, I gotta show you guys after I get these out of here. I gotta show you guys this spot real quick. So stick around if you want. I'll give you a little tour. I'll move the camera and show you how sweet this spot is. I love it. It's my kind of carp fishing spot. But like, again, I like it because it's easy. And when I do the kayak thing coming up next week, starting next week, when the kayak stuff starts, and that's going to be awesome because I could just load all this stuff and be lazy too. Because I'm always saying it's awesome because my van's right there. Like, I have the door open and ready for me to put stuff in. It's not my usual kind of spot. To be honest with you, that was stupid. I should have left the bait keeper or the bait holder in there. So I'm gonna put it back in there. Ow. That's the noise I want to hear. Dude, that's the noise we all want to hear when we fish. See, when I'm throwing them that way, this is the second time. It could be from the crazy reel-in that I just did, but it seemed to have been tangled up again. I don't know. That's one thing, is I'm gonna get some like actual, like, I used to think all the UK carp rigs were potentially overkill because I didn't understand enough, but there's certain things like anti-tangle sleeves and that I'm gonna start utilizing because there's something to say for like when you could put a rig out and have a pretty good idea in your head that you're not all tangled up out there. Solid bag rig seems pretty good when it comes to making sure all your stuff's there, but it also seems like I have them. It's just I never do it. I should try it one day. It just looks difficult. Okay. Where'd the other ones go? I lose them all the time. Oh, they're there. All right, let me throw these in the van, and then I want to show you guys this spot before I sign off. All right, hold it. Let's check out this spot real quick. I'll come back to get all this stuff. All right, to the two of you guys that are watching still, I gotta show you how sweet this spot is. Hold up. Hopefully the whole stream doesn't go down, but if it does, appreciate you guys so much. And until next time, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay, so let me give you the tour of the spot that we're fishing over here one more time. So we're fishing this big brook between two bodies of water. Let's see how it snakes around out there. So I know I showed that already. But then my favorite thing about it is, first of all, look at this bank. I mean, if I was bass fishing, I'd be like, oh, this sucks. Everybody probably fishes for bass here and I'll never get them. But for carp fishing, not many people do it. So this looks like a pretty good spot. And then look at this. Boom. I'm parked right there. How cool is that? I don't know. maybe it's just rare because everywhere I go, I gotta walk at least 100 yards, and that's on a really good day. So, anyway, I just felt like sharing that with you guys. Get this out of the way. And so, yeah, you guys, I wanted to say thank you for watching again. 44 likes. Appreciate you guys so much. And I don't know, I might be streaming this weekend somewhere in Hunterdon County. I might switch it up and do a Hunterdon County stream. We'll see. So, sorry for the skunk, but I appreciate you guys watching. Good conversation. It was nice seeing everybody. And I'm going to be checking out people's content. When I watch the dogs, I have a lot more time to actually like sit on my phone. So that's a good thing. So I'll be taking a look at all the new channels that have been showing up lately and whatnot. And I hope anyone who's going fishing, like Ramada, I know you're not here, but I hope you rip them up. And that's it for me. I'm gonna say goodbye. I gotta go. Have a good day, you guys. Appreciate it.